I was in my office, a folding table in a messy garage, when my phone lit up with the kind of notification that rearranges your life. Forbes. Meet the hidden billionaire behind a 5.2B real estate automation empire, my name. In bold, not. A namesake. Me, Bryson Cade, the broke plumber my wife Tessa and her family loved to treat like a charity case. For 12 years I'd played the role, rusted tools, scuffed boots, a truck that coughed like a smoker. The truth lived between service calls, patents, city contracts, and a company that made buildings think for themselves, water, power, waste, all optimized and billed by the drip. I tried telling them once. Their eyes glazed. Her dad patted my shoulder. I shut up and kept building. 3 days before the annual Halden family reunion, Forbes blew the lid off. My phone detonated. Jared, Tessa's brother, called first, mid-panic. "Dude, Forbes! Like you, Forbes!" The group chat went nuclear. Marissa dropped the link with 100 question marks. Celeste, my mother-in-law, insisted it was surely a mistake. Victor vowed to look into it. Tessa texted me 3 words. What the hell? I didn't answer. I texted Jules, my COO, the one who's kept the real machine humming while I wore coveralls. Started, I wrote. She'd been waiting for that word for years. Tessa came at dawn, furious in flannel pajamas. You lied to me. You never asked, I said. Not kind, but true. When I'd tried to explain in the early years about predictive valves and smart grids, her family laughed. She liked the version of me that struggled. It made her feel safe. She didn't deny it. I don't know who I married, she whispered. You're about to find out. Reunion Day. I parked my wheezing pickup in front of Victor and Celeste's beige McMansion. They stepped onto the porch half expecting an apology, half praying Forbes had misprinted history. Right on cue, 3 Rolls-Royces glided up their street. Then the sky rumbled. My jet skimmed low, Cade infrastructure systems gleaming on the tail. Neighbors pressed faces to glass. Victor lost his composure. Celeste lost her jawline. Is that your plane? Marissa breathed. One of 3, I said, and opened a door. We flew to Cade Point, my island. They stared out the windows like they'd slipped into a travel ad. Marina, golf, 5 villas with more glass than a museum. In each living room, a leather binder embossed with their names. Receipts, not financial, personal. Jared's binder, his jokes about my truck, side by side with the $80 million contract I signed that week. Marissa's, the Tessa could do better. Emails time-stamped beside my Atlanta Eco Towers groundbreaking. Victor's, the 2012 letter where I offered him a $50K seed investment, and his polite rejection. Today, that stake would be worth $170 million. Celeste's, her digs about stability paired with photos of the foundations I quietly fund. Tessa's binder held sketches and notes I'd once tried to hand her, dreams she'd waved off as pipe talk. That night, we ate beneath a sherbet sky. Mid-meal, I tapped a control. Holograms bloomed above the table. A timeline. 12/11. Me in a cheap tool belt next to my first LLC filing. Under it, Victor's quote, "Plumbing's a dead end." 2016. Patents, multi-city installs. Jared's, "Buy a real suit." 2019. Keynotes, awards. Marissa's, "Tessa needs someone with ambition." 2023, the 5.2B valuation. Jared again. Maybe try a real career. The images faded. No one spoke. Finally, Tessa exhaled. You played us. No, I said. You chose not to see me. Morning brought a note slid under my door in elegant handwriting. I was wrong. You didn't fix pipes. You built an empire. I'm sorry. Victor at breakfast, he stood when I approached. First time ever. I owe you more than an apology. he said, voice stripped of the old superiority. Celeste followed. I didn't give you a fair chance. I made you small to fit my world. Jared shuffled over, contrite. I was an ass. I thought I understood innovation. You were actually doing it. Even Marissa. I texted Tessa to lower her expectations about you. I thought I was protecting her. I was just arrogant. Tessa pulled me to the overlook. Waves gnawed at the reef below. I married you thinking I'd carry you, she said. Turns out I was holding you back. Now you see me, I said. I want to try, if you'll let me. Trying's a good place to start. Before they left, I gathered everyone in the island's glass-walled conference room. This is what comes next, I said, bringing up the model, Cade Nexus, a living map of a city's hidden organs, water, power, waste, traffic, emergency routes, thinking together, AI predicting pipe bursts before they happen, rerouting power, balancing loads, steering fire trucks through green lights, cleaner cities, fewer blackouts, less waste, lives saved, projected valuation in 3 years, 10 beads. Victor started clapping, slow and genuine. Marissa leaned forward, eyes bright. Celeste whispered, I never imagined anything like this. Tessa just stared at me, pride and awe mingling where skepticism used to live. This isn't just profit, I said. It's legacy. Departure day. Engines hummed on the tarmac. Apologies came not as performances, but as confessions. Victor, I'm ashamed of how I treated you. I valued pressed shirts over real work, Celeste. You didn't fit my categories, so I tried to shrink you. I'm sorry, Jared. All my jokes only proved how limited I was. Marissa, if you ever want a partner who listens first, I'm learning. And Tessa, last to board, I don't know how to fix us. I want to learn who you really are. Trying's a good place to start, I said again. The jet lifted into the blue, shrinking to a bright speck, and then nothing. I walked back to my gallery and pinned Victor's handwritten apology between my first plumbing license and my first patent. Beginning, proof, repayment. 12 years of silence had cost me a lot. But the masks were off. The truth was in daylight. The work, my work, was bigger than vindication, richer than an island or a fleet or a headline. I'm not the plumber they pitied. I'm the builder they never bothered to see, and I'm just getting started.